Okay, guys, this question 8. Now, again, fairly easy question. Your enemy in a question like this is going to be laziness, okay? There are ways to take shortcuts, but personally, I'll just try and avoid them and do it properly, okay? So the coefficient of x squared in expansion 1 over x plus 5x to the power of 8 is equal to the coefficient of x to the power of 4 in expansion of this. Okay, so let's just try and do the expansions and don't be lazy. Do it properly, so that we're going to get this. Okay, so if we remember the pattern, it's going to be 8 choose 0. Niran, you want n choose 0? Why n? We know what n is. N is 8. So 8 choose 0 times 1 over x to the power of 8. Remember, descending powers of A and ascending powers of B. So we're going to then get 8 choose 1, 1 over x to the power of 7 times 5x. And all we're going to do, we need to look for the one that's going to give us an x squared. So clearly that's going to give me an x over x. It's going to be x to the negative 6. You can see that's not. So let's just look what's happening as we go forward. 8 choose 2, 1 over x to the power of 6, 5x squared. So don't be lazy, keep adding terms in until you find the one that's x squared. We haven't found it yet. 1 over x to the power of 5, 5x cubed. That's just going to be x to the negative 2, so that's still no good. 8 choose 4, 1 over x to the power of 4 times 5x to the power of 4. Don't forget to use these brackets. That's going to give me a constant because you're going to x to the 4 divided by x to the 4. 8 choose 5, 1 over x to the power of 3, 5x to the power of 5. Now this is the one that's going to give you an x squared because you're going to get x to the power of 5 divided by x to the power of 3, which is x squared. So this is the right one. So the coefficient of this is going to be basically 8 choose 5 times 5 to the power of 5, which my calculator tells me is 175,000. Okay? That's the coefficient of x squared in this expansion. And that's all we wanted. Now, what about the coefficient of x to the power of 4 in the other one? Okay, again, don't be lazy. I mean, apart from anything, especially when you're revising, it's good practice, okay, to spot the patterns of what's going on. So 7 choose 0, a to the power of 7, plus 7 choose 1, a to the power of 6 times 5x, plus 7 choose 2, a to the power of 5 times 5x squared. Okay, so we can see it's not going to be this term, but the next. 7 choose 3, a to the power of 4, 5x cubed. And it's this next one that's going to give me the x to the 4. So 7 choose 4, a to the power of 3 times 5x to the power of 4. So what's the coefficient of x to the power of 4 here? It's going to be 7 choose 4 times a cubed times 5 to the power of 4, which my calculator tells me is 21,875 a cubed. Okay, so that's the coefficient of x to the power of 2 in the first one, and this is the coefficient of x to the power of 4 in the second one, and the question says they're equal to each other. So 175,000 is equal to 21,875 a cubed. A cubed equals 8. A is equal to 2. And there's your answer. Again, I just don't think that's a difficult question. If you've done the review and you're patient, you know, you take your time with that question, don't make any mistakes. It's just an easy 6 marks to pick up. Again, don't be lazy. You know, laziness is going to be your enemy for a question like this. If you're clever enough to take shortcuts, then take shortcuts. But honestly, I think you'll probably